Some people want the look of an analog watch but want the features of a smartwatch. And for such people, there is a concept of watches called hybrid watches, which basically look like an analog watch but they just have smartwatch features. Now, there are some people who might want analog and digital watch both in one, and for that, yes, there are some options like in some G-Shocks, you have both an analog display and a digital display, but it really does not look like a classic analog watch. It seems mostly digital. So if you want an analog digital watch but want it to be, primarily analog, you want the classic look of an analog, then this is the watch which is perfect for you. The AQ230, part of Casio's vintage collection, is just what you're looking for. As you can see, the face of the watch is mostly covered by an analog display and the digital part takes only a very small space below. The AQ230 is essentially a remodel of a watch that Casio had already released in 1984, and it is just as popular now than it was back then. While looking for this watch, you might see another one, the AQ800, which looks similar at first glance, but it is actually different. When you compare them side by side, you can clearly see the difference. Basically, the AQ230, the analog and digital are like mixed into just one dial. There are no separations in the middle, whereas in the AQ800, there is kind of a separation between the analog and the digital display, and also it has a little bit more text around the digital area than in the AQ230. In my opinion, AQ230 looks mostly like a dress watch, so if you do not want that, if you want it to be a little bit more retro, like a little bit more digital like, then the AQ800 might be a good option. The Casio AQ230 is known for blending digital and analog displays, which gives it that cool retro look. It feels like a throwback to the 80s, yet somehow still fits perfectly into today's minimalist and streetwear fashion. When you say that it's a digital watch, it's not just a watch that also shows time digitally, it has other features. It can actually show the time of another place, so that makes it dual time. But if you think about it, you can set the analog time to another place, your home time in the digital, and then a third place's time on the digital, if that makes any sense. So it can actually be a triple time zone watch. Of course, like any other digital watch, it also has a stopwatch feature and alarm and RLD rings feature. It has an accuracy of plus minus 30 seconds per month. The water resistance though is not specified, but it is water resistant, so I guess it can survive through very very little rain and just splashes of water here and there. Like, I wouldn't trust this watch in heavy rains. As said on the display, this is a quartz powered watch, and just like many other digital watches, this also shows the day, date, month, year, etc. It has an approximate battery life of 3 years and has a stainless steel band and adjustable clasp. The case is chrome plated. It is not actually stainless steel, and the lug to lug measurement is 38.8 mm. Now, talking about the analog part of the watch, there is not much to say here, but the analog part only has an hour and minutes hand. But somehow the lack of the seconds hand gives it a little bit more of a sophisticated look because of its rectangular build. Even in the Cartier tank, the seconds hand is missing, so I guess it just adds to the elegance of the watch. The AQ230 is not like other Casios, which are very bold, which will catch your eye, but it is a more of a toned down look, which makes it a very good option for formal attire or for dressing up. The AQ230 is compact, super lightweight and easy to wear all day long. The metal band might be a disadvantage for some जिनके बाल फंस जाते होंगे, but if you are able to overlook that fact, it is a very comfortable wear. And it does not bulk up your outfit. You've got an easy to read digital display along with the analog hands, making it a perfect balance of form and function. Here I have the color light or palish blue. It has a sunburst dial, which I always appreciate. But there's one thing I really like about this range of watches is the amount of variety offered. You can get this watch in this pale blue color that I have here, or you can get it in a Tiffany color, this white color, black color, golden. There are so many options. And if you do not want this, then there is the AQ800 also, which I mentioned earlier. So you have a wide variety of options, but the price does differ with different models. Like the one which I have here, the pale blue one, is 3,495. But if you see the price of the golden version, it is 4,795. Whereas the black or the white version are 2,395. So yes, the price does vary a lot with the colors. The cheapest version of this watch which I saw was this one, and on Amazon it is only being sold for 1,795, which is such a steal. But obviously, yes, this has proper numericals on its face, unlike the other ones which did not have any numericals. So it might look a little bit more kiddish, but it does look that much more retro. Actually, my favorite version of this is one which I haven't really seen a lot, but it is this grey band with this royal blue type dial. And oh my god, I just think it looks very beautiful, and also just the grey color is very unique. And if you're contemplating if the watch is worth it or not, for the price, the Casio AQ230 is hard to beat. You're getting a timeless design, solid functionality, and that cool light blue color, all for under 4,000. It's affordable, reliable, and definitely stylish. Personally, for me, I like such funkier colors because it adds more style or more personality to an iconic design. It just doesn't look like a plain old watch. This watch actually has a Jubilee style bracelet, which is preferred over an oyster style bracelet because it has smaller fragments, increasing its surface area, because of which, if there are any scratches, they are less visible than on an oyster bracelet. Unlike the standard black or silver models, the light blue makes a statement without being too loud. It gives off chill vibes, perfect for anyone who likes a bit of color in their accessories. So that was AQ230. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the video and stay tuned for more.